You guys ever heard the expression, when pigs fly? Well, that's an expression that means something impossible that's happening. Like, for example, somebody says back in the 60s, one day we're going to have a black president. And then some old racist white guy says, when pigs fly. That means that, in his opinion, we ain't going to never have a black president. So, to the extent that we now have a black president, that old white guy, if he's still alive, and from his perspective, it's pigs flying. The swine has flu. Speaking of which, in 2009, there was a public emergency declared in April of 2009 for a disease that they call the swine flu. And it just so happens that on October 24th, 2009, a press release was issued from the president declaring a state of national emergency with respect to the 2009 H1N1 influenza pandemic, aka the swine flu. It just so happens that in witness whereof I have herein to set my hand this 23rd day of October in the year of our Lord 2009 and of the independence of the United States of America, the 234th Barack Obama. So on October 23rd, 2009, the same day that the Earth's tilt descended to a 20-degree point, the President of the United States declared a state of emergency. October 23rd, same day. So you wonder, why did he do it on that date, and what's the correlation between swine flu and the Earth's tilt? Well, if you recall, the Earth's tilt controls the amount of radiation that enters into our atmosphere. The symptoms of swine flu include vomiting, diarrhea, myalgia, headache, chills, fatigue, and dyspnea. Just so happens that the symptoms of radiation sickness also include anorexia, nausea, malaise, listlessness, fatigue, vomiting, external dyspnea, fever, and it comes from exposure to penetrating X-ray, gamma, and neutron radiation. So the solar wind, Earth's magnetic field is decreasing, more radiation is coming in, people are getting sick. Now, you know, all this hubbub that's going on about Obamacare is directly related to this declaration of emergency. Now, as you know, whenever the president declares a state of emergency, he essentially becomes the commander-in-chief. He doesn't have to go and ask Congress to do anything. So the reason why there's so much division in the legislature and in Congress and in Washington right now is because the president has declared an emergency back in 2009, and he doesn't need their consent for anything now. So Obamacare is essentially this declaration. It even talks about waiving and modifying certain requirements of the Medicare, Medicaid, and state children's health insurance programs of the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act privacy rule throughout the duration of the public health emergency declared in response to the swine flu. So basically, see, it has to do with health insurance. So Obamacare is essentially the fact that they know that everyone is going to get sick as a result of the Earth's continuing decline and the increase in radiation, so they're compelling everybody to get health care so they don't have to pay for it. So, ladies and gentlemen, pigs is flying all over the place. And again, we got to get the kids to a safe place.